Schaltbau ALTE, manufacturing of composite parts. Since its founding in 2008, through the merger of two companies with decades of experience in the supply of equipment, ALTE has evolved until becoming the absolute leader in the development, design and manufacture of composite parts for toilet modules in Europe. With the acquisition in 2014 by the Schaltbau Group, ALTE has taken another decisive step, gaining strength and access to new markets, supplying equipment on a global scale. Our know-how in technology, design and capacity for the integration of highly complex interiors equipment is today recognized and valued by many top-level companies. In 2017, Schaltbau ALTE starts up a large and absolutely cutting-edge plant for the manufacturer of composites parts. The new plant has a large capacity of production and supply. In a shift, it can produce the equivalent to the interior design one shift, one vehicle per day. In other words, in 1 year it could carpet 5 times the Camp Nou with composite. Manufacturing processes. The processes and actions carried out in the plant are divided into different cabins that allow environmental conditions to be controlled so that production is not affected by weather conditions throughout the year or by dirty environments. This, together with compliance with the maximum standards in all activities and manufacturing actions, makes the final product of high quality and high repetitiveness. Engineering. The production begins by designing the pieces and creating from them all the tooling necessary for the manufacture of the same. These designs have been created with latest generation CAD programs and simulators, and it is verified that they meet the needs of the client. Material reception. The material arrives at the plant through 2 accesses. It is first inspected and then distributed through the different storage points. Gel coat preparation. In the gel coat preparation booth, the viscosity and temperature of the mixture are measured with a gun. Gel coat spreading. The gel coat is applied to the piece or module, and once the thickness is measured, before moving the piece into the gel coat oven and then drying it. Fiberglass cut and cores. The operator cuts the fiberglass or foam with the electric knife, taking as a basis the patterns and stacking the lids of each module. Preparation fiber kits. Fiber kits are prepared and applied at each station, constantly replenishing the staterooms of the cabins. Lamination. For the lamination, the operator collects the stack, studies the position of the fabrics using a ply book, and with the help of an aerosol, places them into the mold. Once the fabrics are placed, the mold is closed with the counter mold, and the resin is injected. Oven. The piece is now ready to enter the oven for curing the resin. By doing this action, the entry record of each piece is generated. Demolding. Once cured, the part is taken out of the mold. This action is accompanied by measurements with the barcode in several points for checking the correct manufacture of the piece. Cutting. In the cutting cabin, the pieces are marked with a dust guide before being cut. Bonding. Once cut, the adhesive process is implemented. The process is divided into 2 areas. One of preparation, in which the surfaces are activated to increase the performance of the bonding, and a second of adhesive, in which they pass to the next cabin subjected to overpressure to avoid any inclusion in the surface of the piece. This cabin is heated so that the curing of the adhesive is optimal. Sanding. At the end of the adhesive process, they are passed to a cabin where they are sanded. This cabin works in a vacuum in order to prevent dust from leaving the rest of the installation. During the sanding process, the pores are inspected, and when leaving the cabin, the piece is finished and ready to be primed and painted. Priming. Once sanded, they are coated with the primer. First, the solution is prepared in the painting box. The pieces are hung to be treated. At the end of the process, the cabin door opens and moves them to the oven. Painting. Prior to painting, the painting is prepared in the painting box, and the viscosity is measured. By working with connected cabins, the operator has direct access to the painting cabin. This minimizes contamination by external elements, since all the circulations are carried out in clean areas. The result is applied to the piece, and once finished, they are moved to the oven by opening the door of the adjoining cabin. Final inspection and packaging. When leaving the oven, the piece receives a final inspection, which is the guarantee of complying with all the requirements of the highest quality that Schaltbau ALTE has as a standard. The pieces are packed and ready to be shipped. The result of all processes, actions, technological innovations and strict quality controls makes Schaltbau ALTE a dynamic company, which improves its products and constantly reinvents itself to adapt to the needs of a market in continuous evolution. Schaltbau ALTE, at the forefront in the creation of composite parts.